rock and roll group called In Excess from Australia, and they sent me this hat, and actually these little dingly...
What are they?
They're corks, and in Australia it's a very practical thing when they go in the outback, as they say.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to keep doing this all the time to keep the flies out of your eyes.
Is that what it does?
Yeah, because they're moving all the time, and that...
it gets rid of the flies.
And I guess you could actually soak the corks in some kind of insecticide that would also help.
So you're definitely going to be rid of flies, right?
Well, I wasn't expecting them, but I just kind of like the hat. Do you like the hat?
I do. I didn't even recognize you tonight. Your whole outfit. Looks like you just got in from Australia, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if they wear these in Australia. I haven't been to Australia yet. I'm looking forward to it, though.
When are you going?
I haven't found a...
I thought maybe you're going to shoot a video there or something, because somebody told me you're making another one.
Actually, we're going to make a whole series of music videos. The Rockabilly Money video that you folks have been playing a lot. It was the first time anybody made the video like a mini movie. Rather than doing any lip sync, most of the videos, all the videos are done with, they're primarily lip syncing the words, or they're dancing, or there may be some little adventure, but sooner or later they're lip syncing the words. And so first time a music video was ever made as a mini movie, and we used the record as a soundtrack. And if you turn the sound off, next time you watch the Rockabilly Money video, you can turn the sound off, and it'll make absolute sense from beginning to end, because I just played the character. So I'm blending my acting with my recording.
That's great.
And now what we're going to do is make about 9 more mini movies and put them all together in an hour's programming that you can buy and play at home. And when they buy the album, when they buy the video, they get the album free.
And they get 9 of these in one video?
Yeah, it'll be a whole hour's programming, and some of them will be much longer than the records. They'll be like mini movies with guest stars. The guest stars like Steve Canale from Dallas, and Catherine Bach, who plays Daisy on Dukes of Hazzard. And
I heard you were going to do something
Lindsey
like
Bloom, who plays Velda on the Mike Hammer series, and Waylon Jennings and Robert Fuller. And
great.
Yeah, it's going to be real fun.
When are you going to finish these?
Well, we're into the pre-production now, which is getting all the stuff ready to do it. So the sooner the better for me. I love doing them, yeah.
I hope you'll send us one.
Oh, we will. And we'll be releasing 6 singles out of all the mini movies in the next year or so, or a couple of years, I guess. So each time we send you an individual video, it will be part of what they can get if they get the whole, all of them tied together. And I've written a song called Every Song is a Movie in My Mind.
Oh, that sounds great.
And in country music, every song is a story.
Yeah.
So we will use that music to tie together each of the unrelated stories, so it will be a congenial hour-long.
My goodness, I think you've also become a producer and everything lately.
Well, actually, I started out, before I started to school, Mother and Dad and I did country music back in West Virginia, and I did my first live radio show when I was 5 years old.
Now, I was talking to you the other night. You started to tell me something about this, and we never finished our talk.
Oh, well,
tell me some of this about your family that you were telling me.
Okay, well, Mother and Dad met at a country music dance at a place called the Midway Inn, which was on Route 19 near Jane Lou, West Virginia.
When was this?
Oh, gee, I don't know the date, but my grandfather, years ago, well, it was before I was born, my grandfather, my grandmother and grandfather walked from their home with the 11 kids in my mother's family down to the dance, and my father was a banjo player in the band. So that's where they met and were married, and then I was born, and we did country music as a family. And then
did you have brothers and sisters?
No, I'm an only child.
You are?
Yeah, but I had lots of cousins. It's because we were 11 in my mother's and 9 in my father's. So when a television station finally came to our area in West Virginia, I was 15 years old, and I got a job on the first television station.
Oh my God!
So I was a film director, and I directed TV commercials and television shows while I was a teenager, and I also directed the first Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials, which were done.
You did that?
I was working for NBC Television's outlet in Tampa, Florida, WFLA-TV.
How old were you then?
19.
Good heavens.
So actually, my background of film and music production is now working together with my acting. And so the business has kind of come around thanks to people like you who are doing country music television. now I can use my acting and the music. Early in the recording business, they wanted everybody to sound the same on every record. But when you see somebody like Anthony Quinn, for example, in a movie, this time he's the Pope and the next time he's Zorba the Greek.
Yes, and you actually believe what you see.
Yeah,
and this is what you created.
So I think it's time for the music business to be that way. For example, if I would sing Truck Driving Man, and what would be another one that would be completely
something that depicted, though, a certain type of...
Yeah, like people like Red Simpson.
Right.
All of a sudden you had to do all truck driving songs, you know, and Johnny Cash got into prison things, and so did Merle for a long time, and like that. And the record companies thought that the sound that you made with your voice should always be the same because the people wouldn't recognize you. I don't think that's true. I don't either. I'm smarter than that. And I think and when I sing a song, I do it from that character's point of view. Like Rockabilly Money, the guy's crazy about rockabilly, so I sing it kind of like a rockabilly singer would do it. And then when I
get into whatever part you want to be.
Yeah, but that's been the way since I was recording from the beginning, and possibly one of the reasons why major record companies never caught on to what I was doing, and my personal appearances have been so successful because I've had people come to me after they've seen some people that I think are great recording artists, and they were disappointed in the show because they said, well, how many times can you listen to so-and-so sing a ballad for, you know, if somebody was famous for being a ballad singer, they'd sit there for 2 hours and listen to ballads, and they love them, they'd go home and say they saw them, but they're not really entertaining. But when they come to a Mace Nutter show, they see whatever gives me the most fun for an hour and a half or as long as I'm allowed to be on the stage. So
you do put on a good show.
Thank you.
You really do.
Thank you. Now we're going to blend my film career and my recording career together.
And your acting career. I believe you just did some stage stuff, what, about 6 months ago?
Yes, I did my first full-blown Broadway-type production. We did it in Los Angeles, and it was called Pump Boys and Dinettes, and half the stage was a service station, the other half was a dinette. Adrienne Barbeau was my leading lady. She ran the dinette, and I ran the service station, and all the music was performed on stage by the actors without an orchestra.
Quite successfully, wasn't it?
Yes, it was at the La Mirada Civic Theater.
What have you got coming up other than all these new videos?
You want to know?
It is. Any acting?
Well, actually, one of our plans is to meld the music with the acting, as we discussed. And then there are some folks out there that think it's time to do make-better movies.
Oh, really?
We're going to do...
I knew, because you said something.
My recording career was kind of started all over again when I did a movie with Robert Duvall called The Stone Boy, and ended up singing and writing the only 2 songs in the movie. And from that, we had the number 3 and the number 5 most played independent records in the country. But we didn't get a major record deal, but we're finding that the people out there like what we're doing, so...
That's all that counts.
We have about 6 movie scripts now that are all backed up, so we're
up to some more, right?
We're up to some.
It's a very interesting video and a very well-made video. Let's watch it here on the Country Music